This podcast amplifies the needs and experiences of Black women leaders in the workplace with a holistic focus on three core areas: leadership development, mental wellness, and relationship management. Our ultimate aim is to help Black women learn, heal, and grow in their leadership capacity.
Hey y'all, before we jump into this episode, I wanted to let you know that registration is now open for the January 2026 cohorts of both our early career and mid-career leadership development programs. No matter where you are on your career journey, our programs are designed to support your holistic development, wellness, and career growth. Our mid-career program is designed for mid and senior level leaders, and it focuses on developing a customized career strategy in this season of your career. Our early career program is a training program, and it's designed to strengthen the foundational leadership competencies really needed to grow into leadership roles. And of course, both programs will center your mental wellness and self-care and also provide a culturally relevant lens for you to do your personal and professional development work as a Black woman. Now, both programs include a ticket to our annual Black Woman Leading Live conference and retreat. It's taking place May 11th through the 14th, 2026 in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Now, speaking of Black Woman Leading Live, it is the premier leadership development conference to help Black women professionals learn, heal, and grow in their leadership capacity. And honey, let me tell you, we have a time there. Activities include workshops, panels, wellness breaks, laser coaching, networking, action planning, and all of this in community with other brilliant Black women from across the country. Okay, in our 2026 event, we're going to be focusing on being future ready leaders. So if you want to explore registering for one of our programs, our cohort programs, or if you just want to register for the conference, either thing, you can see the links in the show notes or visit our website at www.blackwomanleading.com to get all the details.
Black woman lead. Keep on healing. Woman lead.
Welcome to Season 8 of Black Woman Leading the podcast. I'm Laura Knight, your host and the founder of BlackWomanLeading.com. Now, I'm so excited about this season. We're diving into the theme, leaning into joy. And I wanted to focus on this theme because with everything that's happening in the world, y'all, it is so necessary to be vigilant about finding joy in our everyday lives. And not just finding it, but creating it. We'll be exploring how to make space for this, because we got a lot going on, and how to create intentional plans for simple experiences of joy in all areas of our lives, and yes, even at work, y'all. Over here at Black Woman Leading, we believe that finding time to care for and center our holistic needs, including those needs for peace and joy, are a critical part of our personal development and our leadership development. Because if you ain't got no joy in your life, are you really the most effective leader you can be? Probably not, okay? So we want to encourage you to lean into that. Now, even more than that, this quest, this intentional plan, this creating space for more joy is an act of resistance for us as Black women. A Black woman daring to choose joy in spite of the daily challenges she faces is revolutionary. And I want to support you in doing this work of calling in joy to your life with these season's episodes. Now, in addition to our running theme, right, that'll be through every episode, of course, we'll have additional insights from guest experts on a variety of topics to support your development as you're learning, healing, and growing in your leadership capacity as well, which is our thing here at Black Woman Leading. So what do we have in store this season? Well, first of all, did you all hear our new theme song at the top of this episode? Yes, honey, we have our very own theme song and a line dance. We launched it at our 2025 conference and retreat. So check out the show notes to get the link to listen to the song and also to learn the dance tutorial. Because what says joy more than Black women enjoying themselves with a good old coordinated line dance, okay? And it's not the calculus line dance, y'all. It's smooth and simple, real grown woman like. If y'all try the line dance, send me an email email and let me know if it gets the wedding or family cookout approval, okay? We put a lot of work into it, a lot of fun, but thought it would be a fun way to bring some joy to the event and to our community, all right? But back to this season. So what you'll notice about this season is that we'll have a mix of in-studio and virtual guest episodes, and I'm so excited about this. I've been wanting to host in-person recordings for so long. I mean, we launched this podcast in 2021, so it's been about 4.5 years. April 2021, we launched. And after over 100 episodes, I finally stopped daydreaming about it and put the in-studio podcast experience in motion. So we are growing and glowing, y'all, okay? Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel at Black Woman Leading so you can watch our episodes and see the faces of not only me, but our wonderful guests. So we're really excited about having some in the studio and some virtual episodes this round. Now about the topics. So as usual, we're going to cover the heart work and the head work. And if you're new around here, heart work is that internal alignment. It's your healing work, your self-awareness work, your values-based work, your setting boundaries, all of that good stuff. Head work is the tactical. It's the plans, the strategies, the actions that you're going to take. So you'll find no matter what the topic, we'll hit the heart work and head work because you need both of them. It's a yin and a yang to be able to take forward this information, the insights from our experts, and actually implement it in your life. And so in keeping with the season's theme, we're going to kick off the season with Dr. Pamela Larday. She's a researcher and a leading voice in the study and practice of joy. And her episode is called Activating Joy. Now, why I thought this was necessary to do this at the top. So right after this intro, you can see Dr. Pamela Larday. But I thought it was so powerful as, you know, Dr. Larday and I are connected on LinkedIn, and I was familiar with her work around research. And I think sometimes when we hear things like leaning into joy, choose joy, it feels, I don't want to say frivolous. It feels soft, right? Just like a nice to have. But no, what we'll learn from Dr. Larday is that there is a whole multidimensional science and framework to joy. So she lays the foundation so we know exactly what we're talking about. So if we look at that as a foundation, what are some of the other topics we'll discuss? Well, I'm glad you asked, sis. We are going to talk about recovering from layoffs. And I thought this was important because at the time of this recording, the unemployment numbers of Black women are through the roof, more than any other group, more than the national average. And there's a number of reasons. We talk about it in some of our episodes of what the articles and the research is saying is happening. But we know that when you are coming off a layoff, it's not just finding another job. There's sometimes grief associated with that, sometimes takes a hit to your confidence, definitely touches your money. And so we want to give you some insights on the heart work side. Yes, you're looking for a new job if this fits the bill for you, but also how are you taking care of yourself? We're going to talk about honoring our stories and look at personal writing and journaling practices with Dr. Minna Pratt. I love Dr. Minna's story because I remember as a young woman really using journaling as part of my learning and development, my self-awareness, my healing work. And then when I became a mom and got a little bit older, had more responsibilities, I just lost touch with that. And so she's going to give us some insight into her story and how we can tap back into journaling practices. We're going to talk about creating pathways through consulting with Camila Martin, because now with this shift in employment for a lot of Black women, we see some Black women considering entrepreneurship that weren't considering it before. And what I love about Camila's approach is not just about, I want to be an entrepreneur forever, because it might be a right now thing, but she talks about using your skills, stepping into consulting as a pathway. It may just be a transition thing to your next thing, a transition to help you pay your bills and take care of yourself. But I love her approach because she talks about the learning, right? The self-awareness, the growth that comes through that type of path. So love, love, love that episode with Camila. We're going to talk about whole self-care with Dr. Latoya Gaines, right? Sometimes we think of just the bubble bath and the massage, but no, what are we talking about when we say whole self-care? We're going to jump into that. Fun episode with Dr. Lakila Bowden is on turning up your self-celebration. Yes, sis, you need to toot your own horn. You need to brag a little bit. And so Dr. Lakila will be sharing her new book and some insights into why self-celebration is a critical part of our leadership growth. I'm going to do a solo episode on creating a thriving team culture because if we're talking about finding joy in all areas of our life, yes, including work, if it's toxic, if everybody got an attitude at work, it's not giving. It's definitely not giving joy. So I'm going to talk about some insight, some hard work and head work of creating a thriving team culture to support you if you're the leader or if you're a member of the team that wants to contribute to that culture. And that's just a little taste, y'all, of what we have going on. We're, of course, going to do an episode with our BWL alums, hear from them as they are in an active learning development, active growing and learning experience through the program. And there will be various other episodes on leadership, wellness, and other career development topics. So it's going to be good stuff, y'all. You have got to be locked in for season 8. All right. So to prep for the season, I want to give you a few reflection prompts to consider. And these are questions that I'll be asking our guests. I'll come back and answer and share my answers at the recap episode at the end. But I want to give you a couple of minutes to reflect on this. Maybe write them down if you need to pause me, if you want to use this as a journaling opportunity. But think about these reflections for yourself as we start this season. When you think of a moment when you truly felt joy, what comes to mind? Does it come quickly for you? Does it take a while to even recover what that moment was? No judgment, but it gives us some reflection if it takes us a while to grasp a moment where we felt joy, the last moment we felt joy, okay? I want you to think about your own growth, your own maturity. How has your definition of joy shifted over time? These are things we'll be exploring this season. Have you ever had to relearn joy after a difficult season? And what did that process look like for you? What can you glean from that process to hold on to when you hit some challenging moments in the future? And what is one way you intentionally create space for the things that bring you joy? Not just when they happen, but what is one way that you carve out time, that you make it a priority? And if you can't answer that for yourself, I hope this season inspires you to start to create that space and start to create those priorities. Okay. So again, we'll be talking about these type of reflections in addition to the topical focus throughout the season. I'm going to share my answers a little later in the season as well. I'm super excited to share this with you all. Yes, there is a lot going on in the world. Yes, there is a lot that can cause stress and anxiety and frustration. But when we have that joy down on the inside, y'all, can't nothing take that away. And that's the gift that we want to bring to you and help you to cultivate that muscle in this season. All right, y'all with me? I hope so. Now, if you're new around here, I just want to be clear that this podcast is an extension of our work to support Black women throughout their career life cycle. At Black Women Leading, and we just celebrated 5 years in August 2025, y'all. 5 years of doing this amazing work. Not the podcast, but actual work supporting coaching, events, workshops, programs supporting Black women. We just celebrated our 5-year-old birthday, and our offerings are tailored by career level. So if, again, you're new here, go to our website, blackwomanleading.com, look around a little bit and get to know us, see what we're doing, because this podcast is just the tip of the iceberg, okay? We offer cohort career development programs, virtual workshops, the annual conference and retreat, other special events. We have a mentoring program for some of our early career alums, and of course, this podcast to support Black women along their career journey. So if you're new here, welcome, sis. Come on in, sit down, and stay a while. We hope you feel loved and nurtured here. We hope you feel seen and heard here, and we hope that you get some things to take along with you for your journey, okay? And just to give you a hint, we have a focus on 3 core pillars in Black Woman Leading. You'll see this in all our programs. You'll see it in our website if you go there. You'll also see it on the podcast. So our 3 core pillars are leadership development, and I would say leadership and career development, mental wellness and self-care, and relationship management in the workplace. I think what's unique about us as a organization that provides professional development is that we're not just focused on the competencies. We're not just focused on the skills that's going to help you advance in your career. Yes, that's important. Yes, we're going to hit that. Yes, we're going to help you strategize about that. But more importantly, you are the prize to us, girl. We are focused on you and your holistic wellness. So you'll see that it is equally, if not more, of an emphasis on your holistic wellness, like your mental health. Are you taking care of your body? What's your money looking like? Are you planning for yourself? Are you finding time for social support with your community? We're going to hold you accountable to all of that because that is the full picture of an effective leader. Okay, so our focus is your holistic success. Hopefully you'll see that through the podcast, but also if you choose to engage with us on any of our offerings. And then if you want to know a little bit about me, y'all, as a founder of Black Woman Leading, I have been doing this work, supporting leaders, creating personal and professional development programs for leaders around the world for over 20 years. I am privileged and blessed that my avocation and my purpose has also been how I've been able to work and make a living for myself. So my background includes not only, being a leader within a university, being a leader within corporations, being a nonprofit executive, but I'm also a licensed clinical social worker. So you're going to always get a little systems focus. You're going to always get a little strengths based. You're going to always get a little wellness. That's that social work piece, right? But I'm also a coach. I'm a strategist. We work not only with individual Black women, we work inside of organizations with all of their leaders, helping them to really develop effective leaders and to get their teams aligned to be effective. So I bring a little bit of my expertise to this, and then I bring a lot of our friends, a lot of our expert friends to help us through this as well. So welcome again. Stay a while, and I hope you really enjoy season 8. If you lock in with us and you're getting insights, you're getting things that resonate with you, you're having light bulb moments, send me an email. I'm Laura@knightsconsultinggroup.com. I would love to hear how what we're sharing this season is sitting with you, is resonating with you, is supporting you. All right? All right, y'all, we're going to get into it. Now, we're on all major podcast platforms, again, on YouTube as well, so you can get the full episodes there. Make sure you subscribe and follow wherever you're going to make your hub to listen to us so that we can stay connected and so that you remain in the loop. You can also visit our website at blackwomanleading.com. Join our mailing list, and that way you'll never miss anything because we're going to send you an email. We're not going to spam you, but we're going to let you know what's going on, okay? If you want to connect with us on socials, we are at Black Woman, and woman is singular, at Black Woman Leading, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, okay? Want to connect with me personally, I'm at Laura E. Knights, and I'm most active on Instagram and LinkedIn. And then finally, if you want to learn about that work we're doing inside of organizations to support leaders and teams, visit our corporate site at knightsconsultinggroup.com. We would love to connect with you in any of these ways. And until next time, be well. Black woman, lead.